Hi, I'm Edgar, the CEO and training director of One Clever Canine. Often clients call me with very extreme cases, and here's one of them. It's not that uncommon when a dog's dominance levels go unchecked for a dog to start exhibiting extreme dominant behavior where you or even members of your family can actually be bitten. This is usually complicated and not easy to correct because it is extra difficult to correct behaviors once your dog has reached the point of biting to prove its point. We often see cases like this where multiple trainers have tried and failed, and they call us as a last resort. Fortunately, this was one of these happy endings. This would ended up being a good story.
From the day I brought Grady home, he was very needy and very anxious. And over time, that anxiety seemed to morph into a hypervigilance and aggression. He barked nonstop, not just at things outside or somebody coming to the door. He barked if somebody entered the room. He barked if somebody exited the room. He barked if somebody got up off the couch. And it was an aggressive, loud, jumping at you in your face sort of bark. He became afraid of the garage. So, when I tried to take out the garbage or the recycling, he would race over and jump in front of me and jump up at me and nip at me to the point that he would break the skin. He was resource guarding. I couldn't get anything away from him, even if it was something that was dangerous or detrimental for him. I had spent thousands of dollars on emergency vet visits and overnight hospitalizations due to that behavior. Prior to having Grady, I had never been bitten by a dog, but I had been bitten by Grady several times, and one instance I had to get a tetanus shot and ended up on several antibiotics for a few weeks. And I had tried a lot of different methods. I honestly didn't know what else to do at this point. I initially started with group obedience training, and when that proved insufficient, I had 3 different in-home trainers, and I even took him to a veterinary behaviorist, and all of those things helped a little bit, but none of them fully got rid of the aggressive behaviors. I first heard of Clever Canine when I came across their brochure while waiting for Grady's annual vet visit. It couldn't have come at a better time. I was feeling exasperated by the state of things, and when I saw they had expertise dealing with aggressive animals, I knew it was someone I wanted to contact as soon as possible. My initial impression of Edgar was that he was someone who was very knowledgeable and clearly had a great deal of experience dealing with aggressive animals. He made it very clear that because Grady was just a few months shy of turning 4, he might be past the age of behavioral modification in terms of aggression. But he agreed to have the initial consultation to determine whether Grady would be susceptible to his training techniques. I was extremely impressed by how long Edgar spent with us during that initial consult, and the amount of improvement that Grady showed just from that first visit was genuinely shocking, and it blew me away in the best possible way. I mean, I was completely thrilled. Clever Canine's approach to training is simple and extremely effective. We tend to anthropomorphize our pets and attribute their behavior to intelligence or emotion, when in reality, it's often a result of pure instinct. And I had always heard of making sure you establish dominance and being the alpha but I never really thought about what being the alpha of a pack entailed. And once Edgar explained that to me, I mean, all of Grady's behaviors suddenly made so much sense. And I actually felt really guilty that my poor little 10-pound dog had been taking on this feeling of responsibility and anxiety and stress over, making sure that I was safe. Grady's response to training has been truly remarkable. I mean, he's a different dog. I don't know how else to say it. He's just a completely different dog. I mean, people come to the house and they think that I've sedated him because he's just relaxed and he's calm and he's happy. Now that he understands that he's not responsible for my safety and well-being, he's just a different dog, and he's happier, I'm happier. I'm so pleased. Anyone who knows me knows how difficult and emotionally taxing these past 2 years with Grady have been. So I am delighted to tell them all how well he's doing. He went from being a little monster to a service dog, and I don't think you can ask for better results than that. So I 100% recommend Edgar and Clever Canine to anyone and everyone.
Thank you for your testimonial, and thank you for choosing One Clever Canine for all your dog training needs. One Clever Canine, making man's best friend better.